Well, let's try and get an update on this story now, and we are joined by Communications and Resource Mobilisation Specialist who speaks to us from Malawi. The Red Cross's Felix Washon is talking to us from Blantyre, that's the capital. Felix, thank you very much for your time. Let's start with the official death toll. How many people have now died as a direct result of Cyclone Freddy?
Thank you so much. The death toll now has risen to 499. That is as of yesterday. And we have over 500,000 people that have been displaced and affected. Yeah.
And there are people who are still missing, and the fear is that death toll, which now stands at 499, that might still rise substantially. Am I correct?
Exactly. There are a lot of people that are still missing. We are talking of over 300 people that are still missing. And this causes a fear that they might have died. At the moment, the government is still leading in the search and rescue because some of the areas have just started being accessed now with the airlifting services that started a few days ago.
Yeah. Since the declaration of the disaster by the President Chakwera, how much help has come in the way of Malawi, whether resources from within the country and indeed externally, other governments trying to help in?
Thank you so much. Since the President declared that Malawi is a state of disaster due to the Cyclone Freddy, we have now received support from several international organizations and governments. We received the British support, the search and rescue team. We have also received support from Mozambique. We have received support from Tanzania and Zambia. Here in Malawi, a lot of corporate companies and the organizations have also supported. We are talking of banks. Several banks have also supported. Most of them, they have supported through the Malawi Red Cross Society. Yeah. So we can say that, yes, we have started receiving some support from neighboring countries.
Let's talk about emergency shelters. How many are we talking about, and what kind of help are the displaced people getting in those shelters?
Thank you so much. We have a lot of people that are in need of shelters. And as we speak now, a lot of people do not have shelter. So one of the critical needs now is shelter to make sure that these people are accommodated. And you must be aware that the schools are in session and that schools have been disrupted because most of the people have been accommodated in the schools, making their shelters. So the plan is to try and move away those people from those places so that education services can continue and create separate shelters for the people that have been displaced. So shelter is one of the critical needs on top of food.
The disaster management teams that are presumably working around the clock to rescue people or perhaps engage in what is called a recovery process when there is no hope of people being found still alive. How would you characterize that effort right now? Is it still a rescue effort or has it moved to a recovery phase?
We are happy that the search and rescue team is still able to find people that are still alive because most of the people were trapped in between the rivers and because of the wash away of bridges and the cutting roads, that's why some of the people were not accessed. So when we talk about search and rescue continues, we are talking about trying to access people that were inaccessible due to so many challenges. So yes, the people are being found. The search and rescue team, both airlifting and using the boats, is finding people alive in some of the areas. But still, there are also some bodies that are still found dead That's why the death toll keeps on rising.
Yeah.
So the road to recovery is very long because at the moment we are still on the ground to do the deal assessment to find the devastation that so how much and how many people have been affected.
Finally, and very briefly, if you can, Felix, the work of recovering those bodies that are buried in mudslides, how difficult is that job for the rescue teams? All right. Looks like we have lost Felix Washon, but much of the information he has given at the moment, we were able to get that, and apologies how this interview has ended.